everyone, it's Miranda. Welcome back to my channel. Just a little midweek video for you to talk about what I recently picked up at the e.l.f. Los Angeles store. e.l.f. just opened their first store in California and I am lucky enough to live about 20 minutes away from it. So e.l.f. invited us to go shop the store and I wanted to show you what I picked up, but I also wanted to actually demonstrate some of it because some are new products that I've never tried before. So I'm going to do a first impressions demo of everything that I picked up and let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing that I picked up is the hydrating face primer, and to be quite honest, I think I meant to pick up the blemish control face primer because they both come in kind of greenish blue bottles, but this one's fine because we're about to go into winter anyway, and it's probably better to have something a little bit hydrating anyway. Ooh, okay. This has a really interesting feel. Is it oil-free? It's infused with grape. I'm wondering if it's grapeseed oil. Yeah, grapeseed oil. Okay, I can feel the oil. Let's just say that. I have combo skin, and as we get further into fall and winter, that'll probably feel a lot better than it does right now, but it's still about 90 degrees outside in LA, so this is a little bit heavy, but we're rolling with it. At least I picked up an oil-free foundation. This is the Flawless Finish Foundation and it has SPF 15. Never used this before, so I'm excited to see how this works as far as coverage goes. And I got the shade Caramel, and that was a total guess because they didn't have testers out yet in the store when I visited. So I guess we'll find out. It looks a little bit dark, but we'll see. Yeah, it's a little dark, but we'll blend it out. No big deal. Okay, so we've definitely concluded that Caramel is a little bit dark for me. This is like tan. So let's see if we can lighten this up with concealer because this is looking a little bit crazy. I got the HD Lifting Concealer and this is in light. So I originally bought this mostly for the under eye, but I might broaden the horizons a little bit just so we can make this look a little less cray. I'm gonna go ahead and just do kind of an all-over highlight with this. This concealer is nice. It blends out really easily. It is on the more liquid side, but I like that because especially for under my eyes, drier concealers tend to look really cakey. Okay, I'm just gonna give my face a teeny bit of powder because that primer was a little too hydrating for me. Like I said, it has oils in it, and I did not check that before I bought it. I would say that is definitely more for drier skin. I'm combo leaning oily, so a little bit much, but probably in a couple months that'll be better for me. That's looking a little bit better. Now that we've powdered that down and added the concealer, that's looking a lot better. I didn't buy anything for my brows, so I'm just gonna do those real quick for y'all. I just got my brows tinted at the Cella Brow Bar, so filling them in now is so much easier. You know that I can't leave the e.l.f. store without picking up a backup of my Shadow Lock eyelid primer. This stuff is my go-to. You've seen it in most of my videos, so I picked up a backup. I'm gonna use the one that I already have open right now. And this stuff is only $2, and for me, it's worked with most eyeshadows to have them last all day. Really the only eyeshadow that I bought, because I have pretty much all their palettes, so the only one that I actually picked up was their long-lasting lustrous eyeshadow in the shade Gala, which is kind of like a burgundy maroon shade, which I'm so loving for fall. Oh yeah, this is really pretty. I love cream eyeshadows like this because you really can just pop them on with your finger, blend it out a little bit, and you're good to go. With this, I'm learning if you pat it, you're gonna get more of the sparkle on there, whereas you swipe it, you're gonna get more pigment than sparkle. I will say though that when you pat on, you do get more pigment and shimmer, but when you start blending it out, a little of that shears, so I find myself having to layer a little bit to get the intensity that I want, but I kept it pretty light in terms of today's little try on. But that's just something to consider because for me that's kind of a pet peeve when you're trying to blend out a shadow and it kind of just disappears. But it's okay because this was layerable. By the way, if you hear me have a lisp, I do have aligners in, and this is a new thing that I'm gonna have in my mouth for 6 months. So I'm hoping the lisp goes away soon, but just in case I sound a little bit different for you guys, that is why. Oh, I didn't even realize that I also picked up one of these long-lasting lustrous eyeshadows. That's a really great name for my lisp right now. In the shade Toast, which looks like a champagne gold. So why don't I work this into what I just did? Maybe just pop it in the corners of my eyelid a little bit and give myself some highlighting going on here. Oh, that actually, the shades work pretty well together. Good job, Miranda. This is pretty. I kind of like this one better. Or I feel like I'll probably use this one more. So the next thing I picked up was their kohl eyeliner, which I've never tried before, but I thought it was cool that they have a little sharpener built into the cap. So usually I actually use kohl liners for my waterline. This one also has a smudger on the back, so you can use it for smoky eyes as well. This is a little bit chubby, or chubbier than I would normally use for my waterline, but I just find kohl, like the consistency of kohl, to be perfect for tight lighting. It's not as black as, or it doesn't like glide on as black as a lot of kohl liners that I already use. I picked up 2 of their eyeliners. One is the Precision Liquid Eyeliner, which is more of a brush tip, and then the Intense Ink Eyeliner. This is actually black navy, which I did not realize, yet again, me just grabbing stuff. But this is the first time that I'm using the Precision Liquid Eyeliner, and I personally prefer liners like this where you have the brush and then the pot. And let's see how this one works. My favorite in this format is the NYX one, the one that I typically use in a lot of my videos here, but let's see how this one fares. Definitely like the brush. The liner itself is pretty wet, which is not necessarily a problem as long as it sets quickly. It's pretty much there. I just did like a little test swatch to see how fast it set. So it doesn't look like too much of an issue. I'm actually really digging this eyeliner a lot. It was so easy to get even eyeliner because I felt like I had so much control, because even though it's a brush, which some people may think is a little too flexible compared to like a felt tip, it was stiff though thin, so that gave me a lot of control. I'm loving it. Just wanted to zoom in so you can kind of see a little better what I just did with the liner, and then a little bit with the eyeshadows that I layered. So the next thing I picked up was their Everyday Lash Collection, which comes with kind of half lashes and then more dramatic ones and glue and tweezers. So this is like a really neat beginner's lash kit. So I'm just gonna go ahead and probably put on the half lashes today. Let me curl my lashes first. So let's see how this kit works. I brought my own tweezers down, but I really want to see how their kit works as a whole. So I'm gonna use theirs. Their glue is really liquidy. And I have used glues similar to this that I like because since it's so liquidy, dries pretty fast and really holds on. So I got a good layer of glue on there. I'm gonna wait for it to get tacky. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Okay, so we got the half lash on there. That was pretty easy. The tweezers I'm not a huge fan of. I feel like they're a little bit hard to press down and keep pressed down. They're a little bit resistant, and I don't feel that they're long enough. I don't like doing my lashes with mini tweezers because I need more space to really place my lashes on top of my own, but for all intents and purposes this works fine. I really like this. This half lash is really natural looking, but it does just add that little bit of va-va-voom to the look. Let me put the other one on. I will say though that the inner corners, which aren't really the inner corners because they're half lashes, so they're about right here, they're not laying down as well as other lashes do, which seems to me like the band isn't as flexible because I got glue on them and I pressed them down for a good minute, but they still just kind of want to point upwards just the tiniest bit, which is just enough for them to be noticeable. But otherwise, these half lashes are so, so pretty. Next up, I got the Aqua Beauty Aqua Infused Blush and Bronzer. And what was really cool about this, they did have a tester in the store. They look like just their normal blush and bronzer duos, which I'm a huge fan of. But they have this cushy texture that reminds me a lot of like the ColourPop eyeshadows. This is in the shade Bronzed Pink Beige, and I'm gonna use this like kind of as my contour and blush situation going on right now. And because it does have this interesting texture, I'm gonna apply it with a sponge and see how it works. It's supposed to dry as a powder though. Ooh, do you see this? This looks really nice. Wow. Oh my god, I love this. Where have you been all my life? So now that I use that, it's interesting because it looked a little too warm to contour with in the pan, but it looks fine on the face. It looks really freaking good. Okay, I'm gonna go in for the blush now. That's pretty. That is so pretty. I'm loving this so much. I also picked up 2 of their lip exfoliators, which are like my holy grail, because they're just, for me, they're a lot easier than scrub. I don't have to dip my finger into something and then apply it to my mouth. And it's basically like a sugar scrub in the shape of a lipstick, so it's just a lot easier to put on. One of the last things that I picked up was the lip liner and blending brush. This is in the shade Natural, which I thought would be a really nice universal lip liner shade. But because it does come with a blending brush, you could just use it as an all-over color, which is what I'm going to do today. Oh, it's pretty. So I kind of got it lined and filled in. I'm just going to use the blending brush now to even it out. That is like the perfect Your Lips But Better shade for me. Awesome. So that was the lip liner in Natural. I really liked everything I picked up. I managed to do pretty much a full face of makeup, besides I didn't pick up anything for my brows. And I didn't get a highlighter, but the primer was a lot of moisture, so I'm getting like a natural dewy glow going on. Don't need anything else. Talking about hydration though, I did pick up a few of their new hydrating water sheet masks, which I did one this morning, also probably contributing to the glow that I have going on. I really like these. I'm gonna have a full review of them this week on my blog. I also picked up the new micellar water, or micellar water. Let's take a poll. How do we want to pronounce this? And then I also got one of their large brush holders, although I meant to pick it up in black because I already have 2 black ones, so I wanted them to all match. I didn't even know they had a white one. So that's everything that I got at my e.l.f. LA haul. Thank you so much, e.l.f., for having me. I had a blast. If you go on their website, you can find all of their new standalone stores. I highly suggest you try to go to one because obviously you have access to the entire range of products and you don't have to pay shipping, which I'm a cheapskate. I hate paying for shipping. Well, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any of these products and want to tell me a little bit more about how they work, leave it in the comments below. Don't forget to hit subscribe before you go. Become a member of the Slashed Squad. I make new videos every week. My outro is really hard to say with my liners in, and I hope to see you next time. Bye. Ever wish you had an extra arm for blow drying your hair? Check out my last video by clicking the annotation.